That's what I love about the fight business, okay? And you know, both fighters in their camps, they're talking, you know, from the heart. They actually go out there and they feel this. And Henry's been telling me, and we knew it with Eric when I talked to Don. It was his opportunity. It was his opportunity to go out there and try to beat the #1 heavyweight contender in the world come Saturday night. But Texas is going to love to see Chris Arreola in that ring. And all due respect to Eric, I know he's going to go down fighting, but you're going to see why Chris Arreola in today's world is a much different fighter than when he fought Vitaly Klitschko, Adamak, quite frankly, most of his wins in those years. Because now, as you saw, last year, 5 fights, he's in the type of condition you've got to be to go out there and beat a Klitschko. And that's what we're here for today, to get past Molina and look for that heavyweight championship again. And Arreola, in the type of shape he is today, will bring that heavyweight championship back home to America. I want to bring up the Nightmare. He's a great man. He's tough as nails. He's all fighter. He's all man. Cristobal Arreola.
Yeah.
No music, please. Don't need that. First of all, you know, I'm thankful for being out here in Corpus Christi, beautiful city. I guarantee Saturday night is going to be a great show. My respects go out to Mr. Molina. I never disrespect nobody. I think, you know, he's in there to take my crown or to be where I'm at. My job is to take those dreams away from him, man. And Don's right when he said everything glitter is in gold. He should know, looking at his ensemble, he does know about glitter a little too much. And I do take offense on that wetbag thing because both of my parents are wetbags, and I'm proud of being a wetbag myself. You know, I am honored to be Mexican, 100%. So if you don't take offense by him saying wetbag, I sure do. And this wetbag right here is gonna do what it's gonna be a great honor to shut your mouth on Saturday. And I'm just saying, you guys will have a great show this Saturday. And once again, Mr. Molina, let's put on a show for these people.
Well, Don, I'm going to be passing this mic back to you because guess where we're going right now?
Go, baby, go, because I'm ready.
To Tavares's bout with Campillo. There he is. They're waiting patiently. I want to bring him up again. You guys want to hear Don King again? Oh, that didn't sound too enthusiastic, you guys. Come on. He is a legend. And he's still kicking ass out there. I want to bring him up, the legend, Don King. Don.
Thank you, Dan. And Chris, you may have got a wrong intent on what you're saying when you say wetbacks, baby, because we all are wetbacks, you and I. We understand what time it is, and I say America is growing. I'm looking at the nation as a whole, what they're doing and how they're doing it and growing. They're all for one and each for all for each. But that is neither here nor there because that's a horse of another color. We'll talk about that one later on. Because right now, we're going to get it on. You in trouble, Chris. You in trouble. You know, you just don't understand it, but you know, you forgive him, Father. You know not what he doeth. You know what I mean? So you in trouble. We're going to deal with you on Saturday night. You know what I mean? And I tell you one thing, though. I see you in good shape. You didn't take it lightly. You know, Dan took it lightly. He said it'd be around 6. I said, okay, Dan, we'll see. All right, but I see you done got really, you know, you got all abs and ripped down threads, so you didn't take it lightly. So something in the back of your mind, you know that Eric Molina is coming. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a wonderful evening of boxing for you. But now you're going to talk about the guy here that has been a tried, true, tested winner of this sport. And then now we're dropping the gauntlet. No more hiding and seek with all these guys playing games and not getting dates on television when the man is the best fighter in the world, and that's the man I'm about to introduce to you. And then we'll let Sam Lukowitz, who also is seeking an opportunity in the land of opportunity, give him a chance to bring up his Spanish warrior and see what he can do. But this guy that is here, he is from Tallahassee, Florida. He's the spark plug, so to speak. He's the ignition key to bringing back the magical memories of the greats of Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, another Texan, and bringing in the guys that will be able to deal with what is real fighting, with Larry Holmes and all of those guys who are great champions that brought glory and memories that we all now nostalgically reflect upon. He's going to bring that type of glory back to America, and we challenge anyone and everyone to try to make us out of a lie. This kid is a fighter. He comes to fight. He's the most exciting, provocative fighter on the scene today in the higher weights. And he is one that don't come to play and smile. He comes to go out and fight. And so I'm telling you, the courage and glory, what we all look for in boxing, and we wonder why everybody else is going different ways. There's no heroes. You got a hero here. He's a world champion. He's been a world champion since 2009. And he's continuing to go. Everybody avoids him. They don't want to be in the ring with him. Erde copped out with some flimsy excuse, you know what I mean, that his toe was hurting or something. But they all do the same thing, and that goes from Bernard to Chad Dawson to Pasquale to every one of them. It's to make us out of a lie. And his lunch in this campaign is right here in Corpus Christi. You know what I mean? And so we will see on Saturday night why I have such lavish praise for this man, because he is the embodiment of the sport of boxing. You get knocked down, you get back up. You don't go out there and start making excuses and pointing the finger of blame at everyone else. It's everybody else's fault but your own. If somebody whoops him, it's going to be his fault. And he don't look for no excuses because ain't nobody going to whip him. So we're looking forward to a great evening of boxing with the best light heavyweight in the world. Is Tavares Cloud. He comes from Tallahassee, Florida. So today, Florida, tomorrow, the world. Come on up here, guys. Cloud. It's thunder clouds is gathering all out there, you know what I mean? It's going to be a real knockdown, drag-out fight, but you can understand that Corpus Christi is in for a windstorm and in for excitement. It's going to be tremendous. Thunder and lightning is all around. You can get the warnings out now because the cloud is coming in. And this cloud is coming in with devastation. You know what I mean? He's not coming in to smile and to win friends and influence people. He's coming in to seek out and destroy. And this is a heavyweight, a light heavyweight, that's really ready to meet anybody and everybody. So let the word go forth to friend and foe alike. I'm the heavyweight, light heavyweight champion of the world, and I will not be denied. So we want a groundswell of public opinion and support to demonstrate. Make this man be met and beat if you can, but give him an opportunity in the land of opportunity to demonstrate his talent, his skills, his wherewithal, and let's bring all those guys in, maybe then make two of them on one night, you know what I mean, because there's really no argument. We have to take two of them on one night. But we got to bring all of them European light heavyweight champions to hide and go seek, you know what I mean, playing the game and not fighting anybody but over there in Europe. That's the heavyweight champions do. They only fight in Germany. They don't fight nowhere. World champion means a world champion all over the world. But those champions only fight in Germany. So we want a world champion, and we're going to bring that glory back. And here's one of the men that's going to start the campaign to do it. Tavares Cloud, light heavyweight champion of the world.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank God, Showtime, for putting me on the show, staying true to their word, the city of Corpus Christi. And as far as this fight right here with Gabriel, I've been in camp for a long time, you know. Feel like I've been training. I don't know how long I've been in camp, but it's been a couple months. I didn't take my opponent lightly. I trained real hard for him. I always train hard and serious for all of my opponents. And come Saturday night, it's going to be a lot of excitement going on inside of the ring. And you know, Gabriel is a good fighter. You know, I just don't think he could take my title, though, you know, so. But we still gonna give him a chance, and I'll see y'all on Saturday night.
Thank you, Champ. Got to remember things, Champ. We are Americans, and no one could be prouder. And if you cannot hear us, we'll say it a little louder. Ain't no think in it, but he's being humble and nice and appreciative. You know what I mean? But we got to go out there and fight and redeem the value of what glory and liberty means, freedom. You got to keep fighting from all fronts. And so we're going to have a great fight on Saturday night, and it's going to be a stepping stone. But the real fight is going to be with getting everybody else in that ring with him, and that's why we're going to need your help. The people are the most important. That's why the first words of our Constitution is we the people. And so we as the people, we got to be able to rise to the occasion and get an outcry, you know what I mean? Come on, you got to come and meet this American. And this American is ready. And so Saturday night will give you the enthusiasm that I have today. You know what I mean? So what will happen then, we'll bear witness to it, and then we will go all out together in unity, solidarity, and togetherness to rise to the occasion to that by public acclaim to demand all of those so-called pretenders to get in the ring with the real man at this particular time, and that's Tavoris Cloud. Okay, Sam Lukowitz. He's got to bring up my opponent, the guy that's going to try to make history in the making. Sam, come on up here, Sam. Sam is a wonderful guy. You know what I mean? He got to have the opportunity to be able to take care of his guy, who is Gabriel. He got a good name. He got a good name now. You know, there's Gabriel. Was he one that blew the trumpet when he was going up to the promised land? You know? Here he is, y'all. Sam Lukowitz, the promoter of Gabriel. What's his name, Scipione?
Campillo.
Oh, Campillo. Come and say, Yama, what's in the name?
Yes. Well, you will see on Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Talk to him. Talk to him, Sam Lukowitz.
First of all, thank you very much for all of you, and especially for Showtime to give us the opportunity, and the new great man in the name of Stefan Espinosa, that they gave us the opportunity to be over here to this great venue and the people of Texas. Well, talking before about Campillo is the underdog. And I see other stories, how is the underdog? Well, I'm used to be the represented and now the promoter of the underdogs. And I want to remind you, in 2000, I bring a guy with nobody given, like you say, nothing, no chance to win. It was Epifanio Mendoza. And he knocked in the first round, knocked out, and finished with the career of Lashude, which he was one of the greatest. That started my career. And then I bring Manny Pacquiao when he beat Luwawa. Nobody given chance to Manny Pacquiao. Look what is today, Manny Pacquiao. And I can go as well as Sergio Martinez, and I can tell you that nobody gave a chance with Paul Williams. Nobody gave a chance with Kelly Public. Look what happened. And when I say that the press, that is the one that they want to be matchmaker, say there's no chance, you see what happened. Well, last week I have a new champion, and I'm the exclusive promoter of Johnny Casimero from Philippines. He went to Argentina, he won by KO, he was the underdog 5-1. So I can tell you this Saturday, story will come again, and my fighter, he'll be the new champion. On the name of Gabriel Chico Bonito, the nice looking guy, Campillo. With no further say, let's bring Pablo Sarmiento. Pablo Sarmiento is the trainer of Sergio Maravilla Martinez, as well as almost all my fighters that we have our training camp in Oxnard. Pablo Sarmiento.
Bueno, buenas tardes a todos.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Hemos trabajado mucho con Gabriel para esta pelea.
We worked very hard with Gabriel this fight.
Nadie nos ha tenido en cuenta para esta pelea y va a pasar lo como me ha pasado ya varias veces con otros boxeadores, vamos a dar la gran sorpresa el sábado.
And nobody gave us the chance, but again, we will surprise everyone this Saturday with the victory.
Nadie nos tiene en cuenta y han subestimado a mi boxeador. Y el sábado van a ver a Gabriel Campillo en su mejor momento.
Everyone underestimated my boxer, and Saturday night you will see Gabriel Campillo.
El sábado nos vemos. Muchas gracias.
I see you Saturday. I'm working with Gabriel Campillo as a promoter from 2009. I never forgot, he went to Argentina to fight the champion Garay, WBA champion. And he said to me, I will call you from the ring, and you be my new promoter. I was not his promoter at that time. And the minute he finished the fight, he make a phone call and say, Samson, he said, yes, how are you? He said, you have a new champion. You are my promoter. I took him to Kazakhstan, totally underdog, and he won. You went to Kazakhstan too, you didn't have no fight. Then we went to Las Vegas, to my hometown, and it was the robbery of the decade. We lost the fight, and we went back to Germany for the elimination bout. But God is big, God is good.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And what happened? We have a draw in Germany. This will not happen in Texas. We have a draw, and we didn't have the mandatory for this great champion. But God is big, and we are here with a draw. We are here to fight the champion. That is Gabriel Campillo.
Hola, buenas tardes a todos. Muchas gracias por estar aquí.
Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you to be here.
Well, I can't speak English yet, but I'm learning, so I will speak in Spanish. Lo primero que diré dos cosas solo. Quería dar las gracias a Showtime, a mi promotor Samson Lukovic y a todo mi equipo Team Maravilla por esta gran oportunidad.
I want to say thank you to everyone, my promoter Samson Lukovic and all my team from Maravilla Box.
Y lo segundo, que me siento muy honrado y muy feliz de estar aquí en Corpus Christi representando a mi país, España, a mi equipo Team Maravilla y a mí mismo.
I'm very happy to be over here in Corpus Christi representing my country, Spain, my team, Maravilla team, and myself.
Muchas gracias a todos y nos vemos el sábado.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you Saturday. And finally, I don't want to be like Dan King. Dan King is unique, and who there can do that? I want to say thank you to Dan, because without Dan, it would never happen. I have the most respect for him, and like you say, God bless you all, and God bless America. Thank you.
Samson Lukovic, I want to say I appreciate you too, and I want to say to each and every one of you, I'm very appreciative to Lester Bedford. Lester Bedford did a tremendous job in bringing us back into Texas again. Lester and I had a very good friendship, and it's still there, but we did bring Jesse James Leon. We did make him the champion of the world, and I want to say thank you for bringing us back to Corpus Christi so we can understand and relate. If you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going. Cicero said many years ago, if you don't know your history, you don't exist. So I want to be able to say to each and every one of these fighters, they're all going to be gladiators out there in the ring. They're going to put on a tremendous show for you on Saturday night. And I want each and every one of you to tell a friend, reach out and touch someone, because this is going to be a super sensational evening of boxing. And I really went out there and made myself categorically clear, unequivocally, about Tavares' crowd. Faith will be the determiner in Chris Arreola and Eric Molina. And I'm a strong believer in faith. That's the cornerstone of the church, and we will rise to the occasion. So that hand is in the hands of the man who sits high, looks low, and keeps his eye on the sparrow. And I think Chris Arreola is in big trouble. Thank you, Dan.
Don, you keep on trying to make Arreola Italian. It's Arreola.
Ah, Arreola.
Yeah, Don, I got to tell you, it is great to be out here in Corpus, and you mentioned Lester, you mentioned Leha. I wasn't going to bring it up, but you know, we've got the kind of the triangle relationship with yourself, Lester, Leha, and myself, because many, many years ago, one of our great champions from the past, Gabriel Ellis, beat Jesse James. Well, I can say that. Huh? No, that's all right, because it was a great fight, and Gabriel Ellis beat Jesse James, but the true great champion Jesse he always came back and fought hard and was a tremendous champion for Texas and a good representative of the state. And that's why I bring it up, Lester, but it was nice winning that night. Sorry, Don. Same thing's going to happen with Molina and Arreola.
You're in trouble, Dan.
Hey, see, we're in a war already. Before I introduce the main event participants, because everyone's been so patient out there, and I know it is a treat to have these fighters out here, and especially Don King. You know, he doesn't make it out to Corpus Christi too often, so it is a treat to have Don out here touching the people and speaking to them. I want to introduce a young man that's going to be opening up this show Saturday night. He's undefeated, stablemate of Paul Williams, Thomas Williams Jr. Thomas, why don't you stand up and undefeated, 6-0, 4 KOs. Well, I know that we've got one person that has been chomping at the bit to get up here. He's really, I think, one of the most important elements of Golden Boy Promotions. He kind of does it all, including the matchmaking. But he's no stranger to the podium and the assisting of promotions. I want to bring him up now. He's the promoter of Ishida, and let him introduce his camp and say a few words, and then we'll get Paul Williams up here, and then we'll be ready for some one-on-ones, you guys. Eric Gomez. Eric. Now, don't be saying anything mean like Don was doing. We got a press conference, Eric. You want to start?
Hey guys, thank you, Dan. Thank you for the kind words, and you know, it's a pleasure to be here in Texas. We did many shows here. Worked with Lester many times. Lester's great at what he does, and you look, we have Don King and Dan Goossen. I mean, this is going to be a great event. And what I like to tell people about Don, I mean, Don's special in boxing. What he's done for boxing, he's opened up the doors for many promoters, and you know, I just want to thank him. And now, you know, at Don's age, when he does a show, you know they're going to be great fights. They're going to be great fights. He doesn't like to waste his time in weak fights, you know. So it's going to be a great event. And the same with Dan. I mean, Dan's like a war general. You know, he likes to put on these wars, and you know, so it's going to be an exciting show. All these fights are very good. And, you know, Paul Williams himself and Tavares Cloud, they throw like 1,000 punches around. So it's going to be very, very exciting. So I just want to thank everybody involved for the opportunity. Showtime, obviously, it's great to be working with Showtime. And Dan and Paul Williams for giving us the opportunity. When they called and they said, hey, you know, Ishida had a good win against James Kirkland. Why doesn't he pick on someone his own size? I said, well, you know what, that means only one guy, Paul Williams. He's 6'3". Paul, you're what, 6'1"? 6'2.5". So this is going to be a very, very exciting fight. So once again, thank you. And I want to thank his trainers, Rudy Hernandez, who's sitting over there, for doing a great job with Ishida. He's the brother of the late, great Genaro Chicanito Hernandez. May he rest in peace. Great fighter, trained him his entire career. And now to bring up the challenger, Nobuhiro Ishida. Come on up, come on. And with his translator, Daisuke.
Genki.
元気元気 Hi everybody, nice to meet you guys. My name is Nobuhiro Ishida. まず、このコーパスクリスティで盛大な試合にできることをご尽力いただいたことをたくさんの人たちに感謝します。
Oh, thank you very much for everybody's showtime, Goosen and the programs to give us the opportunity to fight.
はい、ポール・ウィリアムスは、偉大なボクサーですけども、試合受けてくれたことに、ダング戦、ウィリアムスに感謝したいと思います。ただ、僕は勝つために練習してきたんで、勝つためにリングに上がります。
Oh, I know Paul Williams is one of the great fighters in the world, but I just showing a good fight on a Saturday night.
はい、このコーパスクリスティっていうのは、ジェラノがアズマー・ネルソンと試合した場所でタイトルを取った場所なんで、その場所で試合できたことがすごく光栄です。その場所でまた僕も頑張りたいと思います。Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much. Then I'm happy to fight on Corpus Christi because my manager, Rudy Hernandez brother, Chicanito Hernandez fighter, Azmo Nelson, then he won the fight. So I also win a fight. Thank you.
You know, Don, it's always amazing to see fighters like Ishida up here. I mean, they're so nice, but when that bell rings, it's a whole different personality. Thank you, Ishida. Thank you. Paul Williams. You know, it's been a great journey with Paul. From his team, Wes Crockett, Al Heyman, George Peterson, Goose and Tudor, we've seen a young man who has consistently gone out there and took up any challenge. And Ishida's no different. Here last year, he has the upset of the year, as I mentioned earlier. No one wants to fight him. We understand that because no one has ever wanted to fight Paul Williams. And to be able to get the type of fights that Paul would take, constantly going up in weight, just to get the challengers willing to get in the ring with them. Ishida, he beats James Kirkland, who was one of the hottest 54-pounders in the world when he knocked him out. Couldn't get any takers, mainly I think because of his size and what he did with Kirkland. But it's a testament to what great fighters are all about. And Paul, Saturday night, for those that aren't familiar with his style, is all excitement. He goes out there and does what fans want to see. Throws punches, and then more punches, and then doesn't stop throwing punches. He still holds the record for the most punches, I believe, in any fight. But it all couldn't be done without being in the type of shape he is and the type of fighter he's become as the years have progressed. The man that's kind of sculpted that from the beginning is a former cop. He still, you know, frisks me when I come into the hotel. He's a great man. Well, from one cop to another cop, I can say that about Mr. Peterson. I want to bring him up. He's a tremendous trainer. I believe that a few years ago he should have been Trainer of the Year. George Peterson. George?
Hey, Georgie.
Don't fall for Don's stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to get Paul.
You're gonna get it. Hello, everybody. I am, of course, proud to be here. And I want to thank Showtime. I want to thank also Goose and Al Heyman and Chris. I'm Sylvia's nightmare. I can't let you get away with that. But anyway, and Samson, you were right about some of those guys that you talked about, but you left one of them out, a guy by the name of Walter Mathesis that was 25-0. Yes, you did. Well, Paul knocked him out. But anyway,
we're going to be there Saturday night, and of course, what I've been seeing over the past is some opposition that would always send threats out to Paul Williams. Threats they're going to do this to him and they're going to do that to him, and they always wind up on the short end of the stick. But you see, this guy, Ishida, we don't know very much about him, but then that's good for us, because then we can prepare for everything. What you find out a lot of times is when there's information around, and of course you seek that information and study that information, then of course it doesn't always have to pan out that way. Fighters have been known to change their style right in the middle of the stream. But with this guy, we prepared for everything. And you never seen a Paul Williams fight that was a boring fight. Never have you seen one. You never seen a Paul Williams fight that Paul Williams wasn't in the fight. Never have you seen that. And Saturday night, Paul Williams is out to make a statement. I've been with Paul Williams going on 14 years, and this side of Paul Williams, and of course you expect for me to say this, but this side of Paul Williams I haven't seen yet, and it's frightening. And I tell you one thing, Saturday night, you're going to see where Paul Williams is back. But now, of course, he never gone anywhere, but Paul Williams is back. And there's going to be some excitement in that ring on Saturday night. Paul Williams is going to show the public, and of course, Ishida, how they do it here in US of A. These boys are terrible over here in US of A, and you'll see it Saturday night. Thank you.
You know, it really is a shame why George is talking about it. Paul's going to be back, and he never went anywhere. But in our sport, you lose one or two fights, you know, they start to say you're through. And, you know, I like to bring up, you know, the similarities with Miguel Cotto, who was going in the fight with Yuri Foreman, and everyone was writing Cotto off. I mean, he's through, he should be retired, this, that. And this was coming off losses with Pacquiao and with Margarito. But yet, he goes out there and beats Yuri, goes out there and beats Margarito, and now, where is he? With Mayweather. You know, and this is the cruel thing about our sport with our fighters, and by no means did I sit ringside on any of the fights that Paul's had, that he's come out on the short end of the stick with Martinez, that I thought anything other than he got caught with a shot. And, you know, as we know, a lot of great ones throughout the years of history have been caught with shots and come back. And Paul Williams, in the fight against Lara, I don't, you know, to me, the controversy was no controversy. If you want to say that you had Lara winning, that's fine, because it's certainly someone's view of it. But by no means was Paul not dishing out his punishment in that fight, and I certainly felt that he pulled that one out. But the great thing about coming back and getting another fight under your belt is you've got the platform to go out there and demonstrate and show the naysayers that they were wrong and we were right. And believe me, Saturday night, you know, when I talked to George the other day, he said he's in great shape. You know, he doesn't even have to tell me that stuff, because I know Paul Williams. I know the dedication, the sacrifice, and what you're going to see Saturday night is a machine out there. They call him the Punisher for a reason, because that's what he does. That's what he's going to do Saturday night. And again, he will become the most avoided man in the boxing business. I want to bring him up, former two-time world champion, Paul the Punisher Williams.
I'd like to say, really don't know what to say. You know, I'm just happy to be here. You know, so happy still trying to give me an opportunity to get back on their network. And, you know, I'm just going to go out there and do what I do best, you know what I'm saying, put on a hell of a show and get the job done impressively. I know Ishida, no disrespect if I get your name wrong, but I know he coming out there to try to beat me, you know, try his best to, you know what I'm saying, knock me off the throne. You know, a win over me is everything to him. And I know that, you know what I'm saying. So in my mind, I'm looking like I'm the underdog. If he beat me, I'm through. So I'm coming out there, I'm pushing all heels down. I'm pushing hard as I ever push. You know, this is like my championship fight right here with Margarita. You know, so it's all or nothing. So this is how I feel right now. It's all or nothing. So I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna make him respect me. I'm gonna let him know that if you want it, you got to go through hell to get it. And you know, I mean, whatever he hit me with, he can hit him back 4 or 5 times more. I mean, I can't let him do nothing to me in there. I'm just gonna show him how us American boys do it. You know, that's it.
Thank you, Paul. We're going to open it up to Q&A and have pictures with all the fighters. I want to get them all one shot, but I want to make one announcement. The weigh-in has been changed tomorrow to be out here at the main concourse at the arena. I guess we were going to originally do it outdoors, and I guess there's a chance of rain. So.
The thunder cloud is here, man. I told you to get ready for this. It's disaster time.
That's so disrespectful, interrupting me, Don. No, I'm only.
Go on and tell them about it now.
We've been doing this for years, so that's all right. So we're going to be in the main concourse, and it'll be 1 p.m. It is open to the public, so anyone that wants to come out. Doors open 5:30 Saturday night. First bout is at 6:30. We're going to be looking forward to entertaining all the fans and the millions worldwide on Showtime domestically. I want to thank you all for coming and putting up with us, but it was a great treat to have Don King here. Don, nice round of applause for many years of great promotion. Okay.